Hello and welcome to another Wizard Wants to Watch You video. In this video I'm going to be showing off some test hands for Adventure Dragon Link. I was going to use this deck in a couple events over last week and this week. Unfortunately I wasn't able to make the remote regionals last week due to just life coming up. And then I tried to play in a remote YCS VIP qualifier yesterday. However, nobody else signed up or showed up, so the event was canceled. Alright, so let's see. Let's get our first strike hand. We have Absorrouter, Faithful Adventure, DD Crow, Chaos Space, and Quick Launch. All in all, pretty good. We don't get into the full adventure package, but we still can do plenty with this. So what we'll probably do is proceed to main phase, Chaos Space, our Absorrouter, in order to add the White Dragon, Wyverburster. Then, Absorrouter effect, we'll add the Rocket Tracer. We can then banish to special. Then we can link away into our Striker Dragon. So we can go Striker Dragon Chainlink 1, White Chainlink 2. So we get to add the black. And then we get to add the Boot Sector. Now, especially because we have the Chaos Space, I'm going to hold the Faithful Venture until I see what we draw off Chaos Space, but as well what we mill off of Chaos Ruler. So, could still end up with a Griffin board on board, but we'll see. So, banish to special, then Chaos Space effect. So, returning white to bottom deck to draw one. Basil Rush Shoot, not that great, but we still have plenty of opportunity. So I think at this point we want to normal summon Rocket Tracer, and then we're going to synchro. Into our Chaos Ruler. So Chaos Ruler, Chainlink 1, Black Chainlink 2. So we add the white from deck to hand. And then we're going to Chaos Ruler mill. So we go right, Chaos Space, Nib, and Dracosack, or Dracoback, sorry. So we'll add the Nibiru, the rest goes to grave. Pretty unfortunate, I'd say. I mean, we can get the right back with Water Enchantress. We just didn't see one. So I'd say at this point, you want to just go into Heraldic Seal. So it's probably more mid-range board here, but we're already sitting on 2 hand traps, so I think that's pretty good. Plus Chaos Space recovery for next turn. What we can do next is we can quick launch. And that can get us a Rocket Synchro. Yeah, the reason I'm going for Rocket Synchro, not Rocket Tracer, is we have a Tracer in the loop already when we get to Borrowland on turn 3. And I don't really want to destroy Faithful Adventure or Boot Sector launch this turn. So then we can Chaos Ruler. So we can banish the black and the white. I know that kind of removes Fallout for next turn, but I think it's better to set up a second negate on our board. So then we can synchro with those. Go into Hot Red. Plus, not using the Tracer effect this turn, that leaves us, if our opponent does decide to use Nibiru on us at end of main phase, when this tribute can send out Rocket Tracer and then still go end on a Borreload Savage. So what I think we'll do, we'll go Faithful Adventure, and then we'll use Adventure effect to add the Water Enchantress to hand. And then also discard it. At which point we can Water Enchantress effect. And we add the right of Armasier. So looking at this, we end on 2 hand traps, 2 interruptions on field, plus the boot sector launch providing pretty excellent follow-up for the next turn, plus the right armor seer and Faithful Venture to be able to go into a token Draco back. Or sorry, Griffin Rider. Alright, second test hand. We got Nibiru, Basil Rose Shoot, Right of Armiseer, Quick Launch, and Rocket Synchro. Alright, we can make this work. This is pretty good. Pretty much normal summon tuner plus Right of Armiseer, like you can make anything work. So you'll go right, you'll summon your token, and you'll play the Faithful Venture from your deck. Then you'll play Quick Launch, which will let you summon your Rocket Tracer. Just to get that in the loop. You're not going to use Faithful yet because you want to use it to chain block, so you're going to link 1 into Striker Dragon. Now you can go Chainlink 1 Striker Dragon, Chainlink 2 Faithful Adventure. Because of Seagawk, they're not going to be able to chain like Ash Blossom on your boot sector launch. So we're going to go grab the Draco back, and then the boot sector launch as well. Now that we have Draco back, we can go Faithful Monster Effect. Add the Griffin Rider, discard Draco back effect, chain Griffin Rider, so summon, equip. So I know Ogre's starting to see some play again, and like you might be asking, well, what happens if they Ghost Ogre the Faithful Adventure? And it's like, I mean, yeah, that sucks, but at the same time, that means they aren't going to Ogre your boot sector launch. So I think it plays into that hand trap pretty well. Griffin Rider on field, we're going to play into hand traps pretty well. So next, because we have normal summon tuner, we don't need to do anything awkward. We can normal Rocket Synchron, and then we link 2 and do Crystron Halki Fyrax. So Halk effect, we're going to summon the 1 of Red Rose Dragon from deck. Now, normally you would synchro with the Griffin Rider, but if you had to use Griffin Rider to protect the Halki Fyrax effect, then you can still go in with the token going into Shooting Riser. But we're going to assume that we didn't get hand trapped because it's test hands, so we get to play the biggest combos we can. So you're going to synchro those 2 into the Baron de Fleur. Red Rose effect, you're going to summon out the Rox Rose. Unfortunately, we do have the Basil Rose Shoot in hand, so we won't be able to search anything off the Rox Rose. We're going to then synchro with the token and Rox Rose into Shooting Riser. Shooting Riser effect. Going to send the Fairy Tale Snow in hand. Or send it from deck to grave. Riser's at level 3 now, so we're going to go Link into Guard Dragon Pisty. And then we're going to activate Basil Rose Shoot. It doesn't target, so it plays around DD Crow, and it doesn't really matter which one you summon back. You're going to then Link and do the Triple Burst. Pisty effect, you're going to target the Tracer in your graveyard. At this point, you can go Tracer effect, destroy Faithful Adventure, in order to summon out. Doesn't really matter at this point, but we'll go Silver Rocket because it gives us more interesting options. So then you're going to link 5 into Borland. Now, depending how you want to pull this off, you do have 2 different ways to do this, especially if you summon Silver Rocket. So Borland, you can target Silver Rocket, as I showed in the combo video, rip a card out extra deck, so that's especially helpful for getting something like Alba Lenitus out of the Branded Despia extra deck. But honestly, Alba Lenitus is kind of bad. I don't think people are going to be playing it in the main deck, like in their extra deck, like going in game 1. So I don't think it's something you have to worry about, like at a higher level of play. Like I've tested with it. Nobody plays Dragon anymore. Like, not that nobody plays it, it's just that a lot of people who were on it have stopped because they're bored of the deck. So I think you're perfectly fine. So let's say we're gambling on them not having Alba Lenitus. So you Borland effect, target Silver Rocket, summon back the Tracer. This option, the Synchro. Depends what you're digging for here. You can put up the extra negate, but you can also do the Chaos Ruler if you want to gamble. Because hand trap, especially if you're scared of something being fused away, it's pretty good. We're playing enough light and dark hand traps that we should get something that's going to go stop our opponent's place. So if you go Tracer, Ash, Enchantress, Chaos Space, which is fine. We've set up access to right next turn. We have Chaos Space to get back the, what's it called? Rocket Recharger, so that we're able to recycle our Borland off of the Striker Dragon Recharger combo. So I think you leave it here because it gives you enough follow-up. If you want to, you can boot Sector, the Tracer out, and then go into, actually, yeah. So let's say you boot Sector, Rocket Tracer out, and then you can link those 2 into an IP Mask Arena. So you still have plenty of options on your opponent's board, and if everything goes to shit, you still have the Nibiru at least. So those are the 2 test hands I'm going to do for this video. If you like them, let me know. I mean, we're at 175 subscribers right now at the time of this recording, which is awesome. I can't complain at all. I think you guys are giving me a lot of support, and I really appreciate it. So yeah, continue to subscribe, continue to like and comment, and I'll hopefully see you in the next video.